Bm3 or Mhd, which one is better? So in this video we are going to put it to the test. Currently right now my M3 is on Bm3 stage 2 multi-map, and we have a draggy right here. We're going to do 60 to 130 times, compare the differences. So right now this car on Bm3, we took it on the dyno and 453 was the highest number that we saw. It was a Mustang dyno and we were on E65 at the time. Right now we are on E40. So I've had Bm3 ever since I bought the car. It was already tuned by the previous owner, so I'm pretty familiar with it, pretty used to it. I know what I don't like and what I do like about it. But with Mhd, I have no experience with it. I've never had a car on Mhd before. So after we get the 6130 times, we're going to come back and swap over to the Mhd tune, and then we'll configure stuff and figure everything out, and then go out and do another 60 to 130. Also, my M3 is a manual, so one big plus on Mhd is that you can flat foot shift with it. So in here, as you guys can see, it is manual, and Bm3 doesn't offer flat foot shifting, so that's going to be another plus when we switch over to Mhd. So a couple things with Bm3. Currently, if I hold down the res button, we can switch over to 1, 2, 3, 4 different type of maps. And then if I hold up on this button, it activates the anti-lag. And I will say that one thing I don't like about that is your thumb could easily slip up or down and come off of this button, and then you kind of mess up your anti-lag sometimes when you're trying to roll race or whatever. Another thing that I noticed on manual transmission cars, when you hold this up like in neutral, trying to make it act like a launch control type of thing, it won't actually hold. I could show you guys right now. Let's see. So it'll hold for a little bit, but then eventually it'll climb the RPMs. Like that, it just climbs up. So I'm hoping with Mhd, when we do that, it'll just hold steady. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, I guess we'll see after we switch over to Mhd. But yeah, that's one complaint that I have about Bm3. No flat foot shifting. This anti-lag thing doesn't hold at when you're stationary. And then I guess one other thing is with the burble settings, I tried to make it so that in sport mode it'll pop, and then in sport plus it won't pop, but I couldn't really do it. It wouldn't really let me. It was either pops on or pops off, basically. So yeah, I tried to do that. It didn't really work out because I don't like my pops on all the time. So what I did instead was, when I hold down on this res thing, like I said earlier, you can switch back and forth from map 1 to map 2. So map 1 pops, and then map 2 nice and quiet, no pops. So that's how I have my thing set up right now. And then when I switch over to Mhd, I'm probably going to do something similar, or if it works with the sport buttons here, then that would be sick as well, so I don't have to hold down and switch maps. But I'm pretty sure with Mhd, you hold down this set button to switch back and forth from maps, and then you click set again to confirm it. But with Bm3, you just hold down on this res, select what you want, and then it just goes to it right away. So yeah, that's all I can think of right now. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of right now. The reason why we're switching over to Mhd is because, if you guys didn't know already, we are going single turbo, and most tuners prefer reflex with Mhd because they talk better together. So that's the main reason why I'm switching over to Mhd. There are tuners out there who tune Bm3 with reflex, but it's just not as common, and it's a little bit more difficult. So that is the main reason why we're making the switch. And then the benefits, like I said earlier, is the flat foot shifting, so that might help on our 60 to 130 time as well. The next clip you see will probably be a draggy time. I'll have my phone set up on this mount right here, and then yeah, we'll do a 60 to 130 on this current Bm3 tune, and then we'll come back, flash to Mhd, and then go out in the exact same spot. It's going to be the exact same weather. All of it's going to happen within an hour, so it's going to be probably pretty accurate. Alright, y'all, we're on a little side quest here. Pull up to the hobby shop and letting the draggy charge before we go out, but we're riding in this crazy Evo. Jesus. We're trying to help him data log. Alright, so as you guys could tell, that draggy video was definitely not correct. It was saying a 13-second 60 to 130. That is slower than stock, so that is 100% not correct. I believe the actual time for that was like a 8.8. That's what it did from 60 to 110 according to the draggy. But when I looked down at my cluster, when the draggy hit 130, my car was at like 150. So that's what I think the car's doing right now in 808. But yeah, we're gonna flash it now to MHD. Maybe go out and do another one. I'm kind of sketched out going that fast. We're gonna do it for the video out in Mexico, so we don't have any issues. But yeah, time to flash over to MHD. Car is now flashed over to MHD. We're gonna go out for a little drive and see how it goes.
60.
Alright, so I've spent some time flashing and messing with burble settings and whatnot, and my opinion on MHD is that it's pretty cool. You can low-key do more in Bm3 than you can in MHD. For instance, on Bm3 with the anti-lag, you can like change the duration and boost target, stuff like that. With this, you can only do the boost target and that's it, not really anything else. You see how like it says start delay and stuff like that. I don't know how else to mess with any of that stuff. It's all like grayed out, can't click on it. But with Bm3, you can mess with all of that stuff. So yeah, I don't know. If anybody knows how to do that, comment down below, let me know. But we still have to do the 60 to 130. All right, another thing that I noticed while messing around with the buttons here and whatnot. So on Bm3, in order to check the ethanol content before, I would just press down on this toggle. The needle would move up and would show me the ethanol content. But now, since we're on MHD, you hold the set button down like you're about to switch maps, but then you press it again, it'll go down to ready. Press it one more time, that is your ethanol content. E55 is about where we're at, or E56, a little past E55. But yeah, so that's how you now see your ethanol content. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I noticed that's a little bit different. All right, so there we have it, BM3 versus MHD. What I did notice was that Bm3 boost target was like 22 pounds or something like that. And on MHD, I saw as much as like 27. It even hit 34 somehow at one time. I don't know if that was correct, but I did see like a normal of 24 pounds. The MHD map definitely does have a little bit more boost in it. So in theory, it should be a little bit quicker. Also, the way that the anti-lag works on MHD, it's a little bit more calm. It kind of rolls out of it versus Bm3. It will just like light up the tires right away, right when you let go of the anti-lag button. Overall, Bm3 did have more customizable options. You could do a little bit more on the maps. MHD has a little bit less, but we just switched just because all the tuners prefer MHD. So that being said, there's a little comparison, Bm3 versus MHD. I know it wasn't the best video ever just because of how the first draggy messed up, the satellite signal was bad or something. But yeah, there we go, guys. Be sure to stay tuned because this thing is going to be single turbo soon, and I'm probably going to be in like the 6s or 7s, maybe even the 5s. I don't even know. It's going to be some crazy differences. This is definitely going to feel way faster. I'm probably going to have to get a track pack, but yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Peace.